I hope you guys had a great holiday. I think for my kids, they were kind of sad because Monday nights they have to go to bed early. It's like 20 minutes early, but they kind of enjoyed the last 2 Monday nights. So I'm glad to be back with you. They're not so glad, but now it's all quiet in the house. I think that's why I love Monday nights. My kids go to bed early. So we are going to dive in tonight on saving money and grocery shopping, just all of your household expenses and trying to cut your budget. And my goal was to take it kind of slow today. I've also had folks asking, could we do, how to use the lists on Southern Savers, how to find the features and how to really use the site. So we're going to do kind of couponing 101 and the gist of saving the most on your grocery budget, but also at the same time, how to use Southern Savers to help you do that. That's my goal. That's why we make the list. So if you've got questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I will see them or my husband will see them, and between the two of us, he will make sure I see them again if I miss them, and I will hopefully get you an answer. But we're going to try to just stick with it and get through for everybody. I've gotten so many emails this week from folks that are trying to get started. So I kept telling folks as an answer to watch tonight, and I know for some of you guys that y'all are always on with me on Monday night. So for some of you, this is a repeated older topic, but think of it as kind of like a little refresher retreat to help you get back in and get focused for the new year, because I know over the holidays, sometimes the coupons kind of take a back seat and you're in, crunch mode. I get it. We are all there. So let's all get refocused, because there are some great deals and also just great ways to save. So as we dive in, and yes, Brittany, this does record, so you can always watch later on the YouTube side or on Facebook. Any live Q&A is always saved, and that's just them. That's nice of them, saved forever. You can always watch later. So to dive in, the first meat and potatoes gist that I need you to get is that our goal is to only buy things when they are on sale. And you're like, yeah, that's common sense, Jenny. We get it. No, it's actually a little bit more than common sense, because most people, they sit down and they make a list of what they're out of and they go to the store and buy what's on the list. Guys, what's on the list isn't on sale. You need it, so you're putting it on the list, but you are not buying it because it's on sale. You're buying it because you need it. So to truly only buy things when they're on sale means that I don't ever have to have it. It means that behind me, I have a pantry that's full. Now, my husband and I have decided to get back and do keto better. We definitely took a break for the holidays, and he is now calling that our carb closet, because that's what it feels like. But the goal is that if we need it, it's in the pantry. I am not going to have to write pasta on the list because we're out of it. We have it. We have enough of it to last us until it is back on sale. That's the goal. So I don't want to have to need something. Now, to be able to do that, before you think that we've got, like a bomb shelter of food and some crazy other section of the house that we don't sleep in, you only need enough to last you 6 weeks. So grocery sales run on an incredible, predictable cycle of every 6 weeks. So if I see that it's on sale, it will be back on sale in 6 weeks. I promise. So before you go in and you buy 32 jars of mayonnaise, I've seen people do it, just slow yourself down. You do not need that much mayonnaise to last you 6 weeks. You don't. It is not the last sale on mayonnaise ever. I promise. Okay, so we want to go in, we want to buy it when it's on sale, and we want to buy enough of it to last us until it is back on sale. Now, let me just go ahead and nix 2 things that I hear from folks a lot as to why they don't coupon. One, couldn't I just go to Aldi or Walmart and get a low price on it and really not deal with this at all? Now, Aldi folks, this gets y'all hot and bothered every time I say it, but it's true. If I buy it on sale at the grocery store with a coupon, I will beat the Aldi price. That's hard, so you just take a deep breath and calm yourself down for a second, but it's the truth. And if you were to take the Publix list on Southern Savers this week and you compared the items that were on sale with coupons to the regular price at Aldi, it's gonna beat it. The last time I did this, The price difference was like a $40 savings to be at Publix, and people tried to roast me for it, so I never did it again. I did a post. I was going to start to do it every single week, and I have a pretty thick skin, but when that many people want to yell at you, guys, math is math. You can argue with math all you want, but it's the same add, subtract. You're going to come out with the same numbers. So just putting it out there for you. You deal with the truth how you want to deal with it, but that's how it works. If I go into the store, I buy it on sale, I use a coupon on it when it's on sale, I do beat those low prices. Now, the Walmart price, guys, I kind of harp on Walmart a lot. So that was kind of all just for my Aldi folks. Walmart, guys, they tell you outright it isn't on sale. That's their slogan, always low prices. It doesn't mean it's a great price. It's just not on sale. So they do have some rollbacks. They really don't touch the sale price in Publix, Kroger, all of our normal grocery stores. So sorry, but that's just the case. And you kind of knew that going in. You can shop there if you want. You can do Walmart pickup if you want, but you aren't actually saving money. You might be saving time, but you aren't saving money. Okay, so let's jump out of my little soapbox on that and back into kind of piecing this together. So I want to go in and buy it when it's on sale, and then that means buying enough of it, 6 weeks, to get me through until it is back on sale. And the other piece of that is realizing what that sale price is. So to back up for a second, because I'm telling you to buy it on sale, but how do you know what a sale is? Kind of the magical number that I'm looking for when I go through a weekly ad is 40% off or more. So we're looking for that item that is at least 40% off. If it isn't 40% off, we're really not there yet. It's not really the sale that you're wanting. You want to hold off. So buy one, get one's great. They're 50% off. We haven't even thrown in a coupon yet. But sometimes you're going to see some sales that really aren't that great. So let me give you a couple examples of what I mean by that. And I'm going to show you the Publix ad that is on Southern Savers. So with that, share my screen with you here for a second. So this is the Publix ad that is on Southern Savers. Now, if you've never been to Southern Savers or you're brand new, then you come to the top and you find the store that you're looking for in the top and you're good to go. So I've pulled up the Publix page, and from here, every single current list for Publix is right there. There's a lot there, I know. I want to specifically show you some deals that are going to start on Wednesday at Publix. So we're actually looking at the new Publix ad that is going to start here in a couple days. We're not really looking at deals that have already started, and we're going to jump down to personal care because I want to explain when I say 40% off or more, and that's our goal. Sometimes there are some exceptions. So first off, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. If you're using the list that is on Southern Savers, my goal is to only list items that are 40% off or more. So if it is on this list, this is the week to buy it. Now, Brittany is asking on the YouTube side, can I explain sales cycles a little bit more? So really, this is all I want you to think about. I have folks ask when I do a lot of workshops, okay, what week are we on right now? They aren't numbered. There are no magical numbers to sales cycles. So you think of it as this week is week 1. I am getting started. This is the first week in the sales cycle. And basically, whatever I buy this week, I'm not going to see back on sale for 6 weeks. So think of it that way, not a how do I know where we are in the cycle? Just this is week 1 for you. And I'll show you some ways to see when it's going to be back on sale too. But back to this. If it is on the list on Southern Savers, it is 40% off or more. That's my goal. I'm not going to put it on the list unless this is the week to grab it. Now, there are some exceptions to that 40% rule, and I wanted to show you one specifically. So this is on the Publix list that starts on Wednesday, and I'm going to blow it up as big as I can for those of you that are on your phones. So this coming Wednesday, we've got a number of vitamins that are all 20% off. That is not the 40% that we're wanting, but the deal isn't always just the sale price. So what I mean by that is this is 1 a day or Flintstones vitamins starting Wednesday are 20% off. Right now they're full price. You could get a pretty good deal on them right now, but you'll get a better deal if you wait until Wednesday. because we also have a really high value store coupon. So there's a ton of coupons here. And if you're brand new, this is already overwhelming. You're like, whoa, Jenny, what's your plan? I'm telling you every coupon that is available for this deal, but you really want to do some math. Get a calculator if you're not a math in your head kind of person, but you really want to look for the highest value coupons that you can and see if you can find those. But we also have a blue S right here where the cursor's moving, and then all these other boxes have a red M. That S is a store coupon, and I'm allowed to use a store coupon and a manufacturer's coupon together. So just because this was a 20% off sale, that's not really factoring in this $5 off 2 store coupon on top of the 20% sale. So we are looking for that magical 40% off mark, but sometimes it doesn't look like just a sale price. So that's really kind of why I'm showing you all of this. So once you see that Flintstones and it's 20% off, that makes it $5.59. That's what I have here. That's the after sale price, $5.59. But then I have a store coupon for $5 off 2. And right now we've got $4 printables. So I use 2 $4 printables and a store coupon for $5 off. Guys, that's $13 in coupons for 2 bottles. So in the end, this isn't going to cost you anything. This is going to be basically what is going to be free when it comes out to it. So that's how I want you to look at it. If you were to have just looked at the weekly ad and you just studied it and said, oh, in the weekly ad, this is just 20% off. Jenny said 40%, we're going to keep moving. Then you would miss that point. So our magical number is 40%, but it doesn't always mean that it's the sale price alone that we're looking at when we want to figure out what that number looks like. So we want to factor in the coupons that are available, the store coupons that might be available. Now, use Southern Savers. That's the easiest way to do that. I've already done those matchups for you. But if I do not cover a store in your area, so I've gotten a lot of folks asking for HEB this week. We used to cover HEB a number of years ago, and I had to stop because I kind of lost the person that was helping me on that store, and I don't have the time. But I have 2 options for you if I don't cover your store, because I'm telling you part of the kind of the side of figuring out what a deal is the coupons that pair in. You can use the coupon database that is on Southern Savers. So it's a database of every single coupon that we know of. Or we actually have a way for you to make your own shopping list. So if you're on Southern Savers, again, I'll pop this back up, the database, you can get there. At the very top of the site is a button that says coupon database, and what loads is a database of every coupon that we know of. So if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know if Flintstones are a deal, then type in Flintstones and see all the coupons that come up for them, and there's a lot there. So that was option 1, kind of just go searching for your own coupons that are there. And the second option is in the top bar across the site. I have some other options because I have a backend that you guys can't see, but one of the options that you'll see in your top bar is Public List Maker. And you can come in and make your own shopping list. Add coupons to it the way that it's still going to look on Southern Savers. Make a shopping list. So I may not cover HEB or Shop Smart or whatever the store is that you live, but you can make your own exact list, typing out the sale item and then typing out the coupons that go with that sale item. So hopefully that helps a little bit. So I buy it when it's on sale. I buy enough of it to last me until it's back on sale. And I'm looking for that 40% off or more mark in terms of the deal. If it isn't there yet and I don't have a coupon, this is not the week to grab it. Now, one other way to show you before I move on from sale prices, if you are not already, hopefully you have learned about the item search on Southern Savers, but if you haven't, that is another huge resource to take advantage of. Because Southern Savers, the item search on Southern Savers is going to search across every current store list and tell you all of the deals that are there. So let's see, let me go ahead and select every store. One example, right now, we have Renew Contact Solution. We got $6 off coupons that are printables and in Sunday's paper. So if you wear contacts and you're like, hey, how can I use this coupon and get the best deal possible? Use the item search. So this is on the right-hand sidebar on the site. Can't miss it. I just already had loaded the page. I'm typing in the word Renew. I hit search. It's going to show me every current deal on Renew Contact Solution, and I can make the decision then which store has the best option. So sometimes, you can go and figure out where you want to shop based on what pulls up. And it may not be the first store that you had in mind. So use the item search. It is a help as you're trying to plan. One example, I can head to Target and get a gift card deal. I can head to Walgreens and get some rewards back. I can head to CVS this week. So how do I decide? Use the item search to kind of compare those deals and decide which one is the best option. Okay, let me make sure that we are hitting questions as well. So let's see. Why did I post the Tide deal for the upcoming Publix ad when some of the coupons expire tomorrow? So the Tide deal, you're making me, I just did a Tide post, but there wasn't a Publix deal in the Tide post, but I can check and see. The Tide coupons that we have, there's a printable as well for those. There's also more Tide coupons that are coming, but I didn't tell you that. So we also have that Tide deal currently running. It's not, the Tide deal has been running in Publix and it's continuing. So while it may be a Wednesday deal, you actually could go and get it now as well. Is probably all of the reasons why that one got pulled and posted today. Let's see. So going through as well, Matt's reminding. So Matt says it's also about setting limits and having that if you're not going to use it, we don't make a special trip to the store. I 100% agree, Matt. If folks, if you're dealing with getting overwhelmed, or sometimes I find couponers that are actually spending more money than they were before couponing because they're running out for every single deal that is out there. I highly recommend picking one store and shopping the deals that are going on in that store. So if Publix is your go-to store, Buy Low, Kroger, all the deals will come on sale at the store that you pick. It's not going to be the same week, but they do run the same sales and pretty much the same prices with those sales. So just shop your store. Now, it is wise to pick a store that has great promotions. So that's a great kind of segue into the next little piece, is that I want to think about what store I'm picking. Honestly, I've already told you my views on Walmart and Aldi. Food Lion is right there in that same category. They don't have a lot of buy one, get one deals. They don't run a lot of promotions. Ingles is in the same boat. I want to pick a store that has a number of promotions or BOGO deals. So I'm kind of putting Kroger in that same category because Kroger does not run BOGO sales, but they do run mega events. That is their promotional model. But at least they're running them, and they're running them all the time on most of the store. So I want to pick a store that has a number of sales and promotions. I want to pick a store that's got a number of store coupons if I can. That puts Publix at the top of the list, though Kroger does give us a number of great digital coupons that the other stores don't always have. And then I want to pick a store that's got a good coupon policy. That kind of kicks Kroger to the bottom of the list, and some of you will agree on that. It's up to you. It's up to you as to where you feel comfortable, but picking the best store is going to help you to save the most money over picking a Food Lion that has maybe 7 buy one get ones and very rarely runs any other promotions. There are a couple times a year to be in a Food Lion, but not every week. So I've got to be smart as to where I decide to shop too. But one store is really all that you need to do, and I only shop once a week. Now we live about 25 minutes from the nearest grocery store. Well, I guess to be honest, I do have a Food Lion that's 15 minutes away, but I'm not picking it. So I live about 25 minutes from the nearest grocery store that I'm willing to shop at. We live out in the woods. That's our choice. We love it out here. But it means that we have to go a bit to get into town. That also is a help because it means I'm not going to go tearing into Publix to grab one deal that we ran across. It's just maybe if I was in town, but very, very rare for me to do that. Once a week, that's when we go grocery shopping. And we've learned how to do that. We buy 2 gallons of milk when we go. We buy whatever we need so that we don't have to come back before the next week. And that makes my life happy. But it also helps to save money because the more that you head in, even for the random deals, the more it's going to add up. You end up adding a few more things to your cart, and now you're kind of maxing out your grocery budget for sure. Okay, so some other questions that have popped up. Anne is asking, for a single person on a budget, how many coupons do you need for the week? So Anne, even a single person, I would still recommend, if you're going to get the Sunday paper, that you at least get 2. Because we still want to get enough for 6 weeks. And odds are you're going to eat more than 1 box of cereal in a 6-week period of time. You're going to probably want 2 of most items to last you 6 weeks. So even living alone, I would recommend 2 inserts if you're going to get Sunday inserts. If you're not, you could totally decide to just coupon with printable coupons and with mobile apps, and you would do pretty well. Now, you would miss out if you didn't have this past Sundays and some of the really big Sundays that put out a ton of inserts. So 2 resources that you can use for that on Southern Savers. Every Wednesday, if you click on Sunday ads right here on this page, it's a gray button. On the home page, it's a blue button, but it's on the right-hand sidebar that says Sunday ads. Wednesday or later, if you click there, it will load the list of the new coupons that are coming that next Sunday. So you'll see the insert preview, and you can pull that up and you can look at the preview and decide, is this week worth grabbing some inserts or is it not? Totally make that decision week by week if you want to. I would not have missed yesterday's paper. If you did, go on a hunt. I'm pretty sure you could probably still find those inserts online in other places too. But seriously, 4 inserts in most cities. Now, this right here, it says we got 1 or 2 Retail Me Nots, 2 or 3 Smart Sources. Pretty much everybody got the same coupons, but those coupons were either spread up across a few different inserts or jammed into one is pretty much how it looked in most cities. I know for me, my coupons came in the mail today, but I have 4. So I get my inserts, everyone always asks, I get my inserts from SundayCouponInserts.com, and I have a standing order, so every Monday they are in the mail in my priority mail flat rate mailer. So seriously, this is a hunk of coupons, but I have a standing order of 4. So I have 4 of every insert that came in yesterday's paper, or basically 16 inserts total. That's a lot, but you don't want to have missed yesterday's paper. So they're also pretty thick, which is pretty sweet. So I don't shop on Sunday, if that helps, because I don't have these. I wait for them to come in the Monday paper before I head anywhere. So use that list to help you decide how many inserts to get. And then one other resource right here is a link. We put a link at it. We put a link in the preview every week, but it's also in the footer of Southern Savers, is the 2020 coupon insert schedule. And you can use this schedule if you want to just get an idea of how big a particular Sunday is going to be. So this past Sunday was huge. This next Sunday, we're looking at 1 insert. And maybe you decide, I don't know. When you see that preview list that we post on Wednesday, maybe you decide it's not worth grabbing a paper. But if you're on a budget, I would recommend making that week-by-week decision and grabbing at least 2 inserts on a big week that you decide you are going to jump in and get those inserts. The date at the top, yes, is when the sale starts. So to jump back on the grocery store and the Publix page, there are a few different tabs that are there when you're looking at some of these lists, and I have it all zoomed in. I've broken it. Let's see, jump back there. There we go. The tabs show back up. So you have a few different tabs. You just want to pick the one that has the dates. These unadvertised deals in personal care, these are all good. If you see them, they're good. But I always have the preview ad that is up right behind the regular ad. This can also throw you for a kink. It did me this past week. And guys, it's been like this for like 2 years now with these tabs on Southern Savers anyway. But just remember that this current ad runs longer in the state of Florida. So this ad isn't actually going to go away until Thursday morning, even though everybody outside of Florida for Publix, our ad actually starts on Wednesday. So you do need to make sure that you grab the right tab on Wednesday for Publix. No other list has that old list that kind of hangs around, and everybody always wonders, why in the world is that Publix tab still there? Because all the folks in Florida still have a whole nother day to shop. But yes, just use the dates that are at the top, Brittany, and you will be able to grab all the deals that you wanted for that week. So let's talk about what these deals and all these coupons mean for a second, because I know that couponing can feel like it's its own language. And I want to mention, I've given my husband some links to put into the chat because they don't ever work when I stick them in. So I do want to mention one resource. I don't think I've ever shared this on a Q&A, but I stuck it on Southern Savers as just as a link, and you guys can access it, and I'll show you what it is. But this is the workbook that I give out at workshops, and we'll put a link to it, and you can skim it and read it if you want. You could print it if you wanted to, but it is like 22 pages, so that's up to you if you want to print it. But you can totally skim it and read it, and it's going to give you a lot of basics on inserts and coupons and apps and everything else. It's very in-depth. So use that. We will stick that link in the comments for you. Don't stop listening to start reading now. Read later, but it's all there if you want just another way to kind of take in information. Use that workbook. It's definitely a help. So to go back to the list that's on Southern Savers, and let me make this really big again so that everyone can see. So this is, again, the Publix list that we're looking at, but it looks the same no matter what store that you've picked. What we're looking at right now is the buy one, get one section on Publix. Let me see how big I can. I'm trying to make it where even I can see this on the little tiny pop-up screen that I have, but hopefully you guys can read that. So you will see we've got items here, and then we have items in a parenthesis on the side. Remember that in grocery stores, buy one, get one deals, most of them, unless you live in the state of Florida, you do not have to buy both of them. So for a buy one, get one deal in a grocery store outside the state of Florida, I only need to buy one, and it is going to be 50% off. I do not have to buy both of them. So that is what this price is that's in the parenthesis. It is the 50% off price. If you just want to buy one Yasso Greek yogurt bar, you could, and it is going to cost $2.62 with the sale. And then below that is the coupon that is available. If it says printable, my goal is to get you as close as I can to that coupon. If you use the $1 coupon, it is going to make it cost $1.62. So that's kind of the gist of what that looks like. We've got some here that say printable limit reached. That means that that coupon is now gone. So printable coupons don't actually live forever. They do meet their limit. That's basically like a budget. And so Totino's, who is owned by General Mills, they decided to put out a certain number of Totino's coupons, and when those Totino's coupons have been met, it is no longer available. Now, I keep it on the list because it is actually still good. And so anyone that prints it, if you went and you printed this coupon right here, it's usually good for 30 days after you printed it. So if I took it away, you might actually forget to use it. And that's why it stays on the list, because if you printed it, you might actually have it in your coupon stash, and that's your reminder to go and find it. Now, these do automatically come out of the database 14 days after we mark them as limit reached. So and the fact that you don't even see a date here means that it very recently met its limit, probably on the 1st. It went away on New Year's Eve and just didn't come back on January 1st. So one more type of coupon here. We have this guy that says SS105. That is telling you to come and find your January 5th inserts and to find your Smart Source inserts. Now, some sites that you might find will have a number next to this, and I think that this is absolutely silly. So I'm going to go full camera here for a second. So you'll see some couponing sites that will say SS number 1 on 105. Guys, I don't know how you decide which one is which number. They don't have numbers on them. So it is very silly to have numbers in your description, because you could decide that this one is number 1, and yet I've decided that this one is number 1. We have 2 Smart Source inserts, so yeah, no numbers here. All I'm telling you is that that Atkins coupon is in a Smart Source insert from January 5th. So you've got 2 options here, and you're going to need to go through both of them to find the Atkins coupon. Now, I don't cut my coupons until I need them. So for me, I would click this little box off to the side. I'm going to pull this back up. I would click the little box. I would add these items to my shopping list. And then from my shopping list, it is going to have a list of all the coupons kind of organized down at the bottom as to what I need to cut. And actually, I can show you my CVS list that I just made earlier today. So pull this up, and at the very bottom of your shopping list, you have a quick cutting guide. And look at that. This is my CVS list for this week. Do you notice all the coupons are in Sunday's insert? So hopefully you got yesterday's paper. But seriously, it's just pulling them all together so that you can go through and find them. When there are multiple smart sources in Retail Me Nots, it may take you a little bit of time, but you'll quickly get a feel for what's in what insert, and it won't last as long and feel that hard once you get started. But that is what that means. That is telling you Smart Source Insert on 105. Now, if you're brand new and this is all super overwhelming, again, it's in the workbook that we just shared the link to, but guys, I'm going to show you one other place that it is too, and folks don't ever really notice it. But let me make this a little bigger. Right here, see this little Martin guy? And he says, "Going nuts? I can help you." Click the open, and a box pops down, and there are all the abbreviations that are used in the list. So if you can't remember what I'm telling you, if you're brand new, it's right there, right at the top of the site. So just click the little open box and get caught back up on what things mean. If you need a refresher when you sit down to make your list, hopefully that will help. Or, hopefully it already all makes sense and you've been doing it for ages. That's great too, but I know the lingo can take a little while. The other thing that I wanted to mention was mobile apps. So those are thrown into, and we're not going to go fully into mobile apps tonight. That's kind of a whole nother Q&A. It takes us a while to get to everything. But the mobile apps that are listed, they are free. I do not recommend mobile apps that actually cost you money, but you will come in and I can show you at least what Ibotta looks like. I keep all my mobile apps in a little pocket, but Ibotta is probably the biggest, and all that you need to do is come in. You can either scan the barcode, clicking the search button twice and a barcode scanner will pop up, or you can type in the item. And I will say we need to kind of get some of them cleaned up because a lot of things have gone away, but we've got a number. So here's our Post and Golden Crisp that is buy one get one on the Publix list. I've got that 50-cent offer right here in Ibotta. To be able to use this, I do need to click this little circle. It might be hard to see on your screen, but there's a little circle that just magically changed to a checkbox. That is now loaded. So as long as I've loaded it, I can grab Golden Crisp, and I can actually grab it a limit of 5 times. So you'll see that right above the Learn Something New is actually a little gray box that says it's a 5-time use coupon. And I could load all of these, the honeycomb, and any others that I wanted. Once I've loaded them, if I go to Publix, come on, he's going kind of slow. Go back to the home screen and I go to Publix. I have my Publix account linked. So what that means is I just need to enter my phone number at checkout in Publix. That activates all of my digital Publix coupons, but it also tells Ibotta what I bought. So I don't have to do any work from here on. If I bought that Post Honey Bunches of Oats cereal, so to pop back to that screen really quick, if I bought this Post Honey Bunches of Oats cereal right here, it's buy one get one, I enter my phone number at the keypad in checkout at Publix, Publix is going to tell Ibotta what I bought. So I don't have to do a ton of work to find the offer. And just search for Post, save it, and I'm done. I don't need to scan a receipt when I get home. I could. It can get kind of long and crazy. This was my Publix receipt this past week. So, I can sit here and scan this if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. This could take a while. So this was the current ad that we're looking at right now. We saved $114 on this trip to Publix. That's the fun part of buying it on sale with a coupon. But I don't have to put as much effort into taking pictures of the receipt and all of that if I don't want to. So Ibotta directly linked to a number of stores, not just Publix, Harris Teeter, Food Lion. I think the direct link at Kroger is currently down. I don't shop at Kroger a ton. I tend to be a Buy Low and Publix girl, but Buy Low is direct linked. When Dixie is direct linked, yes, loyalty cards at Kroger are still currently unavailable. So if that's the case, just to back up for 2 seconds, and this is just a crash course, so that's the important up here. But if I can't direct link, then I can click that green upload receipt button, It's going to walk you through how to take a picture of your receipt. It is super, it is not going to leave you hanging. So you just kind of follow the prompts, and it's going to pull up a bar, a picture. So then you could sit here. Don't worry, I'm not going to send them a Publix receipt for Kroger, but I can sit here and line it up. There we go, and try around the boxes. You get the idea with my hand not in the way. But that's all it's going to do, and it will walk you through. So it's not that hard, and we will go further in depth on them, but I'm going to leave it at that just so you kind of know what I mean with these mobile app offers that are there. There's a number of mobile apps that you can use. Ibotta is one of the biggest. So if you're trying to get started, I would recommend that you just pick one. Don't go overwhelming, and overwhelm yourself on that. Pick one, make it a little easier. Okay, so to jump to a few other questions, I get Kroger coupons sent in the mail a good bit. Can I use these in other stores? They're manufacturer's coupons, but of course they have Kroger's name on them. So yes, Wendy, and I'm actually was looking for my little coupon bag that I use. I get those too. They're great. And a few of the coupons that Kroger will mail you are actually store coupons. So my stack always has a few freebies. Silk soy milk. They think I love it. We drink it when we're on keto, so I guess we drink a fair amount of it. But Silk soy milk, always free, and free carrots. Those are store coupons, the ones that are freebies. All the rest of what Kroger mails you are manufacturer's coupons. Other stores will gladly take them, and they will scan in those stores, so they're not competitors. If you live in an area that accepts competitor coupons, they'll take those free coupons as well. So I tend to use my free coupons at Publix. It was nice of Kroger to mail it to me, but I don't use it. Now, Kroger's not the only ones. This came in my mail yesterday from CVS because I love CVS, and they just make me happy. So 6 off 30, and it's usually other store coupons as well. But if you aren't getting any of these, whenever I show my home mailers, the first question is, how do I get those? So if you're wanting more of these, it is usually just by making sure that the store has your address. Go in to their My CVS account or your My Kroger account. Make sure your address is current. Obviously, if you don't live within, like a 30-mile radius of a Kroger, you're probably not going to get their coupons. But if you have one in the area, making sure your address is current is one of the best things that you can do to get those home mailer coupons. For Target in particular, they do send out home mailer coupons. It's getting the red card. Hands down, if you have a red card, you usually always get the home mailer coupon. So you should get the red card. And Wendy, a different Wendy, will Food Lion have the quarterback promotion in 2020? I am hoping so. They usually run it in October, Wendy, though, and they didn't this past October. So here's hoping that we see it late February, when we normally see it late February, early March. I don't know, but definitely did not see it this fall. Sad. And then, so Courtney, do I have a suggestion as to how to store the coupons I get from the newspaper? Yes. So I'll show you what I use. I did mention I don't cut my inserts until I need them. So I make my shopping list. My shopping list then tells me what I need. I am not touching this. So all this huge stack of inserts that just came in the mail, the idea of sitting down and cutting all these and putting them in something, that just makes me want to cry. No, thank you. So these stay whole, every single one of them. I will write the date really big somewhere on the front because it's on here. It's just really, really tiny on the spine, and I have already reached the point in life where I'm like taking it further out so I can see it. So don't go there. Just write the date really big on the front, and then you want to keep them in a hanging file folder or an accordion file folder. So this is a hanging file folder box. It was my husband's from high school, and I decided he didn't need any of his high school papers anymore, and I stole it. But it is just a hanging file folder, and it has all of my inserts in there. The oldest are in the back, or sorry, I'm saying that backwards. The newest are in the back. The oldest are in the front. So every week, I need a spot for these 1.5s that just came in the mail. I'm going to pull out the one in the front, and I'm going to take over its folder, and I'm going to put it in the back with the new ones. So you need 12 folders. That holds 3 months worth of inserts, and it's almost perfect. So let me show you what I mean by that. So taking out the ones that were the oldest, they should be right at 3 months old. So let's look at the date. Yep, they're from 10/6, so right there, 3 months ago. And you can come to the database, which I think I might still have up. Let's see. Come to the database on Southern Savers and type in the name and date of the insert. So let me make this big again so you guys can see it. So in my hand is the RMN, or the Retail Me Not, 10/6. Oh, 2-digit day. Nothing. We got nothing that's in this insert that's any good. And the Smart Source, we'll check it too. But usually pretty much everything in these guys at that 3-month mark has expired. So just putting in the 10, you can see how many are left. Nothing in the 10/6. We've got some in 10/13 that are good. Oh, here we go. 1 in the 10/6. That's going to be good if I go ahead and I put in the 06. 1 coupon is left in the 3-month-old insert. So do that. It's a quick way to know, am I good to get rid of these, or do I want to cut some? I don't need Irwin Brain Awake Red, so these are good to go. They don't need to be held on to anymore. So this week's huge stack of inserts is going to go in this folder, and it's ready to go in the back of that hanging file folder. So then when I need to cut inserts, I know exactly where they are, and we're good to go. We just cut and kind of move back through. So that is how I would organize my inserts, if that helps. So that's kind of a quick crash way of looking at it, but hopefully that was enough to help you understand it. And Nadine, yes, I do recommend Fetch. Fetch is another mobile app. So to jump back to mobile apps really quick and to show you the others, I keep all of them in a little pocket. Those are the ones that I normally use the most. So Fetch, Saving Star, Checkout 51, and Ibotta. Get Upside isn't a couponing app. It is a gas app. But Fetch in particular I do, and I actually had this one up so that I didn't forget to tell you guys. This is one that I did. And Fetch, you do have to take a picture of your receipt, but I totally bought $5 worth of bubbly. Anybody who's been watching our Q&As, you'll know that I love my sparkling water. And bubbly is BOGO this week in Publix. So you buy $5 worth of bubbly, and you're going to get back 1,500 points in the Fetch app. To do that, that's $1.50. $1.50 back on basically soda. It's water. But that's how Fetch works. I take a picture and I earn points, and then I can redeem those points for gift cards. 3,000 points equals a $3 gift card. So I'm halfway there. I don't need a ton to be able to get my next gift card. If you haven't been using Fetch and you want to start, I will gladly give you a code if you want to use it. It is my Fetch code, and you will get 2,000 bonus points just for using that before you scan your first receipt. One other thing about Fetch, since we're on it, if you forget to scan a receipt, it can be within 14 days. So that's kind of fun too. You could clean out your purse and just get loaded up on points if you want. But I just stuck the code in. It's N0REC. If you stick that in first, you'll get 2,000 points to get started as a bonus. I also get bonus points when you use it, so just to be clear that I get a little kickback too. It's kind of fun. Once you get signed up, you'll get a code that you can share with friends, and it works the same exact way for everybody, but that is Fetch. And yes, I would highly recommend it. And then Rochelle asks, do any stores take expired coupons? I've heard that Publix does. So Rochelle, most stores do not take expired coupons, and actually the new coupons, let me just pull up these guys really quick. If we were to compare coupons from, I guess we'd have to go back a ways, maybe 5 years ago. Coupons used to be kind of boring, and they just were one little, almost like a UPC symbol, one level. But now that we have these data bars that are 2 levels deep, they actually know the expiration date in them. And so if you try to use an expired coupon, the computer knows that it's an expired coupon, and it will reject it. So most stores do not take them. Now, Publix does, under one condition only, and that is actually with a Publix rain check. They're the only store that does this, but if I get a rain check in Publix and that rain check is still good, if my coupon has expired, they will actually still take an expired coupon as long as the rain check has not expired. For example, let's say we went in and we bought a great example, actually, I guess, would be all of those 20% off vitamins that I was mentioning. We've got a moneymaker, Robitussin, things like that with great store coupons and really high value $3 and $4 off coupons that were in Sunday's paper. Well, most of those high value $3 and $4 off coupons are only good for 1 week, sometimes 2. And by the time you get to the store, these products will be gone. They're money makers. They're not going to last forever. Get a rain check. And in Publix particularly, if I have that rain check, it's good for 30 days. Now my coupon that was only good for 1 week is good for 4 more weeks, basically. I've got 30 days to use it. So that is the only store that will take an expired coupon, and that is the only example of how they will take them. So it's not off of just any purchase that you make. It has to be with a current, not expired rain check. But hopefully that makes sense and isn't a little too deep for folks that are just getting started. If you're just getting started, don't, tune that one out, I guess. And then in terms of the mobile apps, all of the mobile apps give you cash. Fetch gives you gift cards. But to jump back to these mobile apps really quick, with all the various ones that I have up, you cash out when you have $20 worth in most of them. Fetch is the one that only requires $3 to cash out, but Checkout 51, Savings Star, Ibotta, they all require $20 to cash out, and you can get cash. So I can do that through PayPal. I can do Savings Star is a direct deposit to your bank. Checkout 51 can do PayPal or mail you a check, or gift cards. So I can do gift cards in Ibotta as well if I wanted. Fetch is only gift cards. That's your only option there when you want to cash out. And then yes, Walgreens, I do want to say, Wendy, that Walgreens is a direct with Savings Star. So I'll hunt really quick. Oh goodness, Savings Star doesn't think I'm logged in. I won't hunt really quick. Whatever they are direct with, they are with Savings Star and they aren't with Ibotta, or the other way around. But it's the same with CVS. They're both not in both apps, which is kind of frustrating. And a rain check Kentucky, it depends on the store that you are in. Every store has a different policy on that. Most grocery stores, their rain checks are good for 30 days. Some is really short. Kroger is 2 weeks. So you better be back in there and hope that they have restocked, which a lot of times they have not, if it was a really, really good sale. And then others, like CVS, never expire. So if I go into CVS today and I wanted to get free toothpaste, there's free toothpaste this week, guys, you could get a rain check and then get that deal at another point. Now, CVS does not take an expired coupon. So if your deal was because you had a really great coupon, you're going to need to hold on to the rain check for a bit until you get a coupon again for it. But it's pretty nice to be able to have a non-expiring rain check. Okay, let's see. I'm glad that you're tagging a friend, Karen. And anytime, anytime you guys want to share this with folks, it is a huge way to help out your friends. And this is a great time of year because odds are your friends do want to learn how to save some money. So welcome to both of you. Let's see. How do you print Tide coupons when they're not in your region? So Zena, the Tide coupons are in most regions on P&G's website. I will tell you, P&G's website for me won't even load on a desktop. I can only get there on my phone. So I would recommend trying that if you're having issues with not seeing, like it won't even pull up, but if you're having issues not even seeing the coupons, try it on your phone. I do know that they have a separate site for Canada. So if possible, you're, not in the US and you're wanting those coupons, maybe trying their brand saver. I think it's just .ca. But for everybody, those Tide coupons are in most areas. If they aren't showing up in your area, the only thing I could think of that they might not be for your particular area is that they were actually in your inserts. And the Tide coupons are not in most inserts anymore. P&G, that's just kind of their way of cracking down. They've also tried to crack down on insert fraud and people making copies of coupons and all of that. So this is just how they've done it, and it's kind of annoying, but it is how they've tried. But hopefully that it gives you some ideas. Oh, to want a video idea, what to buy at tax time. Do you mean like tax-free week or just in general things to buy with your tax refunds? Because I would tell you it should all go in savings. And you should have heard me already. You should have known that was coming if that was your plan. But maybe if you elaborate a little bit more, I'll understand. What's the best store to grocery shop at? Lisa, I don't want to specifically say one or the other. Not like I think they're going to worry. I would focus on what stores in your area have great promotions, a ton of store coupons, and a great coupon policy. So in my area, that tends to be Publix. Publix wins out. And if I were to rank them, it would be Publix. Harris Teeter is up in that neck of the woods. Lowe's Foods, great coupon policy at Lowe's Foods. Buy Low, it's still in the top 4. Kroger up there as well. And then everybody outside of those 5 is getting a little further and a little worse. So that's just the Southeast. If you aren't in the Southeast, you may have some other stores that you would throw in. Keep in mind, if you aren't in the Southeast or you have friends that aren't in the Southeast, the Kroger ad and the Kroger promotions, they're the same promotions that run across the country. So the prices on Southern Savers might be a little different, like by 25 cents for you, but exact same mega event, exact same coupons. So no matter where you are for the Kroger ad, that one's going to work. Even in California, I've done it. I go out to San Diego once a year for a conference, and I have totally shopped the Kroger ad in a Ralph's in San Diego, same deals. So it works across the country. Let's see. Oh, yes, and thank you. So Marianne chiming in to answer on Xena, but also for anyone else, if you are going to print those PNG coupons, so like the $3 off Tide that I just posted earlier, if you're going to print any of those, they expire the next day. So hold off on printing any Tide coupons until you know that you're going shopping, or you're going to be really disappointed. Now, the $3 off Tide that I shared, it is available as a digital on a number of store sites, Target, CVS, Kroger has some, Publix has some, so you can also get digital versions they last a little longer than a day. And we're going to see another $3 off from Tide very soon. So I'm not going to tell you a date on it because I probably shouldn't even tell you that it's coming, but we are going to see another one. Okay, and let's see. Someone asked about Price Chopper. Cricket, I'm not in the area. I don't know, but usually I will tell you this, guys. So if you're trying to ponder where your store is, the bigger the store, so the more the store is in more markets, the more stores they have, the more promotions that store is going to have. The smaller the store, they really don't have the connections with national brands to offer you the promotions that they can. Sorry, guys. So with promotions like Publix BOGOs and Kroger mega events, those are actually funded by the manufacturer. It isn't Publix just deciding what they want to make buy one, get one this week. The brands are coming to Publix and saying, hey, we're going to run this, this, and this on sale with you this week. Publix like, great, that's wonderful. The brands are the ones that also set up that sales cycle, guys. They're the ones that realize, oh, we just ran this 6 weeks ago. We need to run our sales again, like clockwork. But that's where the promotion's coming from. So if we're dealing with a little mom and pop store, Piggly Wiggly that's in the Southeast, for example, love the pig, but the pig isn't big enough to get those national brand promotions. So they don't. You're going to go in on those small grocery stores and you're going to get great deals on meat and produce. But that's really all they got to play with. They don't have a lot of promotions that they can give you. So the bigger the store, probably the better in terms of savings. And I don't mean that in terms of Walmart. I don't mean that in terms of like store footprint. I mean how many locations that grocery store has, how big of a reach that grocery store has. Walmart does not fit that trend because Walmart does not run that model. They don't run a promotional model at all. They run an always low prices model, which isn't really the best price that it could be. The promotional model is always the best price that it could be because their goal is that you're going to love the product and come back and buy it when it's not on sale. Let's not do that. But that's their goal. We're going to come back in and only buy it when it's back on sale. But we're going to take advantage of that promotional model to get the best deal shopping this way and following that sales cycle. So what do we do with coupons if it's not on sale? Great question. So if I've got inserts, let's say, all my 1.5 inserts, I am only going to touch these when it shows up on my shopping list. Meaning, if it never comes on sale, I'm not going to use them. these coupons are still going to be here. So the ones that I just pulled out, actually, I think the one I was just showing you were the ones that I just pulled out. They may end up having a few that are left at the end of that time period of things that I didn't want or didn't need as it came on sale. And there's a lot. I don't buy hair color yet. I don't, you'll just get there. I don't buy Zyrtec. So the goal is to, grab what you need. It's not to grab every single deal that's out there. And if I'm never going to use it, I would grab it if it was free to donate it, but I'm not going to grab it just to grab it. So when you're done and you take out those 3-month-old coupons that have expired, there might be a chunk that you didn't end up using because it never came on sale, or it wasn't something that you would normally purchase. Or for me, this past fall, I kind of just took a break from shopping the drugstores all the time because we've got so much drugstore stuff that I didn't need it. So all of that, it's okay. It's almost, look at it this way. If I don't use the coupon, you played the game right. You didn't run in and use a coupon just because you had it. You were waiting for the sale and the sale didn't come up, or you didn't need the item. So you played the game well, and that's okay. It is totally okay to not use the coupon. Okay. Trying to catch up with everyone's questions here. So yes, the buy price list. Let's talk about that for a second. Thousand Hills. At one point I shared it, and I will stick a link into this as well if my husband hasn't already answered you with that link, because I pulled it for him earlier. So a buy price list is really a long list of what is a good price for the items that you purchase. This is also in this workbook that I shared in the comments as well. This is just one page of the workbook. But a buy price list is something you can just print with you. If that helps, you've got it right there to remember, oh, this is the price that I'm looking for that particular item. And it depends on the items that you're looking for. If you look at the buy price list that's on Southern Savers, or you pull up that link when we're done, you'll notice there are no brands there because we see most of the national brands all hit the same price. We're not buying house brands. So if you look at the Southern Savers list for Publix or Bilo or Kroger, you're going to notice there's very few house brands that are listed. National brands are who are running the promotions. Remember, they're what's actually going on sale. They're what I actually have a coupon for. So I'm not going to see house brands ever hit the price that we're seeing national brands hit. One example in this coming week's ad, for example, at Publix, Muir Glen tomato products, as cheap as like 30 cents a can. You aren't going to see a house brand that cheap. So whenever you can grab them and you're looking at the buy price list, national brands that are there. Also keep in mind, this is the item search. So, same exact concept. You can do that with the item search that's on Southern Savers. So with the item search up here, if I were to search for, let's see, I'm trying to think of something that's not on sale all the time. I could search for Jif, just the words Jif, and I could actually go back if I wanted to be really brand specific, and let's search for the last 3 months, and I'm going to see every time that Jif has been on sale. Now, if you decide to pick one store, so let's just pick Publix for a second, and I hit search again. So now I'm going to see every sale we've seen on Jif in the last 3 months. I'm going to see when it is going to be back on sale. It's actually coming on sale in the new Publix ad, but it gives you an idea of how often I'm going to have seen that sale and be ready to grab it the next time that it pops up. Now, we don't normally want to be brand specific. Normally, you would want to put in peanut butter, not be brand specific, because every brand is going to come on sale from time to time. And now when I put in peanut butter, I am going to get some bars and other things like that. But I get Peter Pan. Peter Pan actually comes on sale more often than Jif. But, and you'll see that all of a sudden it's okay. There really are other sales on these items, and they do rotate through on a regular basis. So you'll notice Peter Pan is very much following a 6-week sale cycle. Skippy does too. Jif's a little further out. And that's just, you'll just learn how those brands work and which brands tend to be a little bit more tight. One of the biggest ways you can save, though, is not having brand loyalties because they do cost you a lot more money than being willing to go with any peanut butter that might be out there. If, I don't really know there's a difference. Maybe there is for some of you, but being willing to switch up, you're going to be able to get whichever one is on sale when you need it if you were out, or be able to get the lowest price, because not all of these brands hit the same prices. Tide versus all. We can go into CVS, Walgreens, or Kroger and get all unit dose, so the little packs, for 99 cents this week. You are not going to walk in and get Tide Pods for 99 cents this week. You can get all for 99 cents this week. So if you choose to have that loyalty to Tide, then you're choosing to pay more money for it as well. I know folks love their Tide, so I'm not trying to step on your toes, but just to kind of realize that is one side of it. We're buying national brands, but to not have a loyalty to which brand you're grabbing. And Donna, yes, I do. I went today and filmed all the CVS videos, and I did not get to Walgreens last week to even take pictures of the monthly deals, so I did that today, but I'll get back to Walgreens tomorrow to do a month-long and week-long video for Walgreens. The holidays just, I don't know, you kind of forget what day of the week it is for everybody, and that definitely happened to me last week. And then Rochelle, yes, we will do a whole Q&A on how to organize coupons. It's definitely more than you can handle on one night to just get to every single topic, and a whole Q&A on mobile apps. We always try to cover it all at the beginning of the year. But you can also go back to some of the past Q&As. So if you don't want to wait on Facebook and on YouTube and just type in coupon organization for the youtube.com/Southern Savers or the video tab on Facebook, and you will see them all there because we've covered it a few different Q&As. We've covered it, but that would be a great way if you wanted to just go ahead and catch up on them now, because I have not changed the way that I organize my coupons in over 12 years, probably. I've always used the keeping them whole method. It just makes me happy. And the idea of keeping a binder makes me want to go take Prozac. I don't think I can handle that at all. But hopefully that will help if you get to do that. Let's see. So yes. And so, Brittany, what I've been showing you on the item search, that is where you can go on the website and see if an item's on sale. Just typing in the brand on the item search, that is going to magically show you where that sale is this week. You can put in what stores you have in your area. Also, guys, I didn't, let's see, I think I pulled this up. You can go, oh, I guess I closed it. You can go at the top corner and edit your profile when you're logged in. And if you edit your profile, you can select what newspapers you get so that your shopping list will only show the inserts that are in your newspaper. And you can also select what stores you have. Now, this does not change the home page at all. This is for the item search, so that when I search an item on the item search, it automatically only searches the stores that I have selected. And it'll save that, whatever you decide to keep. I actually need to add Walgreens because I have been shopping Walgreens way more in the last year than I have been. So you can add in any stores you want, and then when I go to the item search, so back here, and I automatically search for something on the item search, and I pull up that page from the start, it would have those 6 stores already selected. So if I was looking for a deal on Cottonelle, and we're going to take out the date here, it's going to show me, let's see, check all. We'll see every deal across 29 stores on Cottonelle. So here's every deal this week on Cottonelle. So if you really wanted one particular thing, you totally could. If you didn't care, type in bath tissue because that is what Groceryland calls it. But hopefully that gives you an idea as to how to use that. Let's see. Could I explain how to use how the rebates program works at Publix? Is it automatic or do you submit receipts somehow? So there are a couple of rebates programs at Publix. If you're speaking specifically of Publix offers, one of them is their frozen rewards. Let me actually get there through the database because I don't remember the URL. So right now in Publix, if you buy P.F. Chang's, there's a long online rebate. Publix runs a few of these a few times a year. Frozen Rewards Club runs until March. When you buy $30 worth of frozen goods, you get a $10 Publix gift card back. This is not instant. This is uploading receipts. Now it tracks you across multiple receipts. I do not have to buy all $30 in the same purchase, but I do have to create an account and I do have to upload every receipt to to be able to earn that $10 gift card. You are allowed to earn up to 5 of them over the course of the promotion, which ends on March 31st. So that's option number 1. Stocking Spree is the other one, and I don't know that it's currently up. Let's see. They usually take Stocking Spree down in the beginning of the year, and they restart it back. So yeah, they haven't restarted it back, but they will. So hold on to your Publix receipts. If you are a Publix shopper, you can come back and enter January receipts when they push it live. Last year, they didn't get it up until almost the beginning of February, but this one tracks you all year long. That's why it's $365. And for every $50 in whatever the participating items are for that year, you get a $10 Publix gift card. A max of 12 gift cards a year, but that's still $120. You still have to take a picture of all of those receipts. I wish that they would make it automatic, but I think if they did, they probably wouldn't offer it because way more people would do it. So hopefully that is what you meant and helps to make sense. So, and yes, Deborah, I agree. You should be excited on the Rebel ice cream. So anyone that is in keto land, if you have not tried Rebel ice cream, it is worth doing keto for just to get to eat Rebel ice cream. And Brittany, don't worry about Stocking Spree right now. You're just getting started. So let me back up before I hop off. We're really over on time. Before I hop off, if you're brand new, if you're watching tonight and you have not tried any of this before, we have talked about a lot of stuff and kind of been all over the board with various tips. But what I would recommend to help you get started, go to Southern Savers. At the top of the site, pick the grocery store that you want to go to. So we've been talking Publix a lot, but let me click on Kroger just to change it up. So pick the grocery store that you want to go to, and when the page loads, our internet is always slow when I'm live and trying to show you guys sites. So the tabs that show up, you actually have 3 options here on the tabs that show up. You have the weekly ad, unadvertised deals, and then this little tab off to the side is dollar or less items. If you're brand new, start there. Click on dollar or less, or really for guys who've been at this for a while, this is the best of the best. This is all the deals across all the tabs put together in one place that happen to be the top deals. So if you're brand new, what I would recommend is that you come in and you pick 10 things. That's it, just 10 things. Don't go overboard. Pick 10 items, and we're going to go to the store and we're going to grab those 10 deals. You find the coupons for them. Whatever you decide to grab on this, check the check boxes, add them to your shopping list that's at the bottom of the page. So whatever those 10 items are that you decide to get, at the very bottom, there's a lot here. This is dollar or less, but Kroger has a lot this week with a mega event. I can add it to a list. I can name it if I want. So this can be my Kroger and put a date on it. Click add to list. It's going to pull all of those to your shopping list. Go to the store. 10 things. Do not overwhelm yourself trying to look at a massive Kroger list and then trying to decide to get 40 or 50 things. You're not ready for that. Make it small. And I think that way you're setting yourself up for a win. You're setting yourself up for oh, you know what? This was not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. 10 things. And the coupons for those 10 things, maybe one of them has a mobile app, but don't try to conquer all the mobile apps all at the same time either. Just keep it really simple for yourself for those first few weeks until it's starting to click, because it's like learning a different language. But once you start to shop this way, so let me put this together as well this way. Remember, we're shopping on a sales cycle. I want to buy it when it's on sale. I don't want to buy it when I have to have it. I want to buy it when it's the best price. So this week, I want to go in, I want to look at the list that's on Southern Savers. I want to buy anything that I will use that is on that list. 6 weeks worth of it, whether you have a coupon or you don't. If you're just getting started, you probably don't have a ton of coupons. 6 weeks worth of what is on the list that you will use. 1 week worth of what you have to have. Don't get any more of those items. They're not on sale. Next week, 6 weeks worth of what is on sale. It's a different ad. 1 week worth of what you have to have. Each week, you're going to get stocked up on different things, and come 6 weeks, you own everything that you need. You've seen the whole sales cycle come through. So I'm just going to get, for me, it's bread and milk. Bread and milk. That's everything that gets added to my list. Those are my need items, but nothing else, because my pantry is stocked with everything that we will use. So it will take you a few weeks to get there. but you will, and it'll be a magical day when you go in and you either save as much as you spent or you save more than you spent. But it's going to take you at least 3 or 4 weeks until you hit even, and then 6 weeks until you hit where you're upside down. That's what I would call it, where you save more than you spent. But just so you see kind of how that's going to piece together. So week by week, I'm buying 1 week worth, 6 weeks worth of what we will use that is on sale, 1 week worth of what is not on sale, and then slowly getting stocked up. And then once you're stocked, we're just shopping to stay stocked. And you may come home with some unique things that you can't make a meal from. So we bought some pizza, some cereal, some Simply Ragu. I got some bagels, some pepperoni. That wasn't on sale. We decided to make your own pizza. Some canned tomatoes. But not really full meal making items here. We are just shopping the sale. That's the goal. So you may have a couple of items that your kids throw in when they decide they want a meal, but you're not going to have much. So hopefully, guys, this helps. And you'll be good to go on getting started. If I hit something tonight and you've got a ton more questions on it, again, we've done videos on lots of things that are just broken out, but we are going to hit more every Monday night for a few different Q&As ahead of us. Next week, my plan is just drugstores. Let's just talk CVS and Walgreens and how to shop better there. I do a weekly video for them every week, but this is, dedicated just talk their deals and using their apps and getting the most in the drugstores. And then we'll move on to organization and other topics like that. A few more questions that are coming in. Does Publix have an affiliate in Missouri? They don't. So Publix is as far west as Alabama right now. They are expanding, but I don't think we'll see them hit Missouri anytime soon. They're just in the southeast. And let's see, I am not using a VPN, but my fetch is pretty happy. So I don't know why it's acting up though, because it hasn't been blinking or doing any issues for me. And then Matt is talking about Kroger cashback. I don't always mention a lot of the Kroger cashback deals, and I think you're going to see this year that they make a lot of changes to it. It is running using the Ibotta system and not necessarily one that they're wanting you to overlap on all of those deals. So they're trying to figure out ways to handle that. And Lynn, is this the best time to stock up on cold meds? Yes, now through mid-March. And then after that, we don't see cold meds back on sale until next fall. So if you want to stock your medicine cabinet, completely free Robitussin and Dimetapp and Thermacare heat wraps at Target this week. So that could be a fun one if you have a Target nearby to just make money to buy those items with those coupons. Hopefully you've printed them or you got your inserts because they're in their inserts. Okay. I think I'm all caught up. Lots of questions tonight. It was great to be back with you guys. I do hope that you had a great holiday, but I'm glad to be back in the swing of things too. So plan to join me next Monday night. Plan to share with a friend too. Rope them in, because drugstoring with a friend kind of becomes more fun. You have a challenge to see who can do better in the drugstores. There's also another fun challenge that we're going to talk about next week, and that is the $5 gift card challenge. How long can you get $5 to last you in CVS if all you do is use it to pay the tax that is due at the end of your transaction? So I've gotten one to last 8 months, and that would be my challenge. Let's see how long you can do it too, and that's the fun of drugstoring with a friend. So rope in a friend, get them to watch next week with you, and then y'all head out and experience CVSing. It's an activity, it's a verb, but that's what we're going to go on next week is the drugstores and diving in to get all of those deals. If you want to get your feet wet, CVS this week, completely free toothpaste, no rewards needed. So if you go to the CVS list on Southern Savers, just search the page for Colgate and you'll see the deal. It's just using a store coupon and a manufacturer's coupon together. No rewards needed, completely free toothpaste. So it's a fun way to get your feet wet, get in the door if you haven't been going to CVS recently, and then get ready for next week. So I will be back on next week. Thanks again for joining me tonight, guys, and feel free to share this video again with friends if you want to get them into the grocery store deals too, because the video does save, and they can watch as soon as we're done. So thanks again for joining me. Y'all have a great week.